again with another book that Booktube and Goodreads absolutely love and I was not very impressed with. That is Night Film. Let's read the synopsis, shall we, on my handy-dandy laptop. On a damp October night, beautiful young Ashley Cordova is found dead in an abandoned warehouse in Lower Manhattan. Though her death is ruled a suicide, veteran investigative journalist Scott McGrath suspects otherwise. As he probes the strange circumstances surrounding Ashley's life and death, McGrath comes face to face with the legacy of her father, the legendary reclusive cult horror film director Stanislaus Cordova, a man who hasn't been seen in public for more than 30 years. For McGrath, another death connected to this seemingly cursed family dynasty seems more than just a coincidence. Though much has been written about Cordova's dark and unsettling films, very little is known about the man himself. Driven by revenge, curiosity, and the need for the truth, McGrath, with the aid of two strangers, is drawn deeper and deeper into Cordova's eerie, hypnotic world. The last time he got close to exposing the director, McGrath lost his marriage and his career. This time, he might lose even more. So, okay, Night Film is billed as a thriller, and never once did it thrill me. Oh boy. First, let me get out of the way that Night Film is not the sort of book that I normally read. It's not completely outside of my wheelhouse. I have read books like it before. A lot of people liken it to Stephen King, and I can see why. It does have a lot of similar qualities to a Stephen King book, like being needlessly long. So yeah, like I said, while it isn't something I normally read, it isn't completely outside of my reading wheelhouse, so I still feel like I can give a pretty decent opinion on it. And that opinion is that it wasn't very good. So like I said, Night Film is long, and it meandered. Oh my gosh, I zoned out so often. You know, the thriller that didn't thrill me part? Yeah. There was no sense of urgency, no sense of danger. Like, there was maybe a sense of danger once, kind of near the middle/end of the book. There's a situation where they break into some place and there's the threat that they'll get caught, and there is a little bit of danger there. But the rest of it just felt so boring. It was like trudging through cold mud reading this book. Something I noticed that this author really likes to do is to make sure that you really understand the points that she is trying to get across. It's like she doesn't trust you to come to these conclusions on your own, and so she has to push or nudge or kick you until you do. See? The character's thinking about death. See how the circumstances in the scene tie into the theme of death? Do you get it? Do you get it? I don't like being spoon-fed these things. I understand, author of this book, that you are trying to do things with this book aside from have it just be a straightforward story. You're trying to explore some themes, but you can explore themes without shoving them in my face and telling me exactly what I'm supposed to be getting out of every scene. I did like it when the movies were described, the actual night films, I guess you could call them, that Cordova made. Unfortunately, they're a sadly very small part of this book. I was really hoping for a lot more. I love to hear about the movies and the movie worlds, and I really love to hear about the culture and the fan culture that has sprung up from people watching these movies, and I really wish we'd have more of that. Jane is here. He said hi. The characters were all really very blah. The three main characters, I never really liked any of them. The lead was just like a piece of cardboard walking around. I really just never got much of a personality from him at all. I guess he's kind of nice. He's determined, I guess, but I never completely understood that. It didn't seem like enough reason for him to be going so deep into this investigation. But anyway, his other two characters are especially the girl one. I did like Hopper, the male sidekick character. He didn't have too much to do, and he was also kind of a cliche, but I liked him well enough. I wish there had been more of him. He seemed interesting. The side characters, probably intentionally, are all very stereotypical and very heavy-handed. Now, I get the feeling that this book is trying to behave like an old thriller movie, where there would have these stereotypes and characters like that. But it just didn't do it for me. It didn't entertain me, and I found myself kind of rolling my eyes and a little bit frustrated. I did like the writing of this book for the most part. I think the prose are entertaining. The only problem that I had is that characters did not have distinct voices at all. Every single one of them basically talked the same way and in the same flowery, over-the-top metaphors and similes and ways that people do not talk in real life. Whenever they spoke, everybody talked like they were in a book, not like they were real people. And I don't know if that was intentional, but that just didn't do anything for me. I like my characters to actually sound different from each other and to say things that that character would actually say the way that that character would actually say it. I got really frustrated when the female character, who is considerably younger than Scott, falls in love with him. Now, I didn't mind too much in the beginning where it's implied that she has a crush on him. I'm okay with that because, you know, he kind of helped her out when she was in a bad circumstance. I can see her maybe having a crush, but then getting over it. But instead, she goes all out and tries to, like, have sex with him and I love you, and I was just like, look, men and women can be friends. It does not have to be sexual. I have lots of guy friends and we do not think of each other that way and we never have. It felt out of the blue, it felt completely random and out of character and so unnecessary. It made me so mad. And then, because of course the hero has to go alone, which you all know how I feel about that trope, but then the girl who is like homeless at the beginning and really struggling, at the end, stars align, planets come into conjunction, and suddenly she gets this perfect apartment with this perfect landlady and she gets an acting gig, and she's just like, and I thought when she was telling Scott all these things, she's like, yeah, I'm going to live here and I'm going to do this job and all this stuff. I was like, oh, she's lying, she wants to spare him, she's going to go back to living on the street. But no. We go and we find out that that happy life she was describing is true. That's not how life works. Good stuff doesn't just get dropped in your lap, and how is she affording this apartment if she doesn't have the job yet, and why is this apartment so perfect and beautiful, and I don't understand. Okay, I will end this review on a slightly better note with something I liked. Some people complain that we never get to meet the character of Cordova at any time in the book, and I actually did not mind that. I kind of got the sense that we were never going to meet Cordova. In fact, I'm not even entirely certain that he is still alive at all. But I liked that we never got to meet him and that we never really understood, you know, where he was or exactly what had happened to him. He was built up a lot in the book, but I could tell that we were never going to meet him. So there we go. Those are my thoughts on Night Film. Did you enjoy Night Film like everybody else? Comment below and let me know. I really need to stop letting Booktube and what Booktube loves dictate what I read, because it has been leading me astray pretty hardcore so far. I think I'm going to have to just take a break from checking out what other people are checking out and look for something that I just think will be entertaining all by myself. And if I find something, I'll probably review it here for you. Yay! Jane is glaring at me because I'm sitting in his chair. He's down there on the floor, like, bitch, you in my chair. I hate you. Anyway, that is all for my review today. Hope you're having a lovely day. Let me know if you liked Night Film, or you didn't like Night Film, or you don't care about Night Film. And I will see you all next time for whatever video I happen to be doing next time. Bye!